have secured the Aurora before the second
Wait a
phase of
minute.
banning. I'm really
Who
like getting
are
some kind of
you?
chills right now, and we can see the build is just going on to that Lilia. He would just casually be just poking around with those bombs, giving damage to that Dusty Mizo as well as this crazy Psycho.
Mhm. They mean technically they would be having a hard time to deal with this Lilia, but again, Win would be having a good time. But again, talk about the Win. He only have the edit to not just to
Time to
steal
drop
the
the beat
ultimate
of the
from. I mean, the
clutch.
Primal Wrath and the Frag Armor are the only viable options for this Win to steal the ultimate in the team fight situation. But that is the pick, the joy coming in from the side of Team Zohunt. Loopsys on that joy. Meanwhile, Prime securing that Claude. Technically, I do think like Claude would be having a good hand, but okay, he needs the item against that Harriet. In the team fight, I do think like Prime on the Claude would be dealing ton amount of damage to the back line. And I mean, he would be just doing fine, but wait a
I'm the
minute.
power of
Turns
light
things
incarnate.
are quite turned as Kimmy is on that Kaja. I mean, I don't think so. Like, with that pick, Prime would be going with, just blinking off in the team fight. He needs to make sure that Kimmy is nowhere near him.
That is true. Like if the chip goes to the anti-rotation or the team eliminators go for the anti-rotation, they would be able to just counter that chip very easily. But he'll just be using the portals to just get him onto that team fight and use his portals to just bring his whole team. But if they do a reversal rotation from the side of team eliminators, the Kaja along with the pull coming in from him, he'll just casually pull out either the Claude from his turret, and the whole team would give a lot of backup to him.
That is true. That is true. The divine judgment from that Kaja would be coming in handy. But again, the Kaja would be a good pick because Joy technically evades the CC. So, just to counter it, they have picked it, the Kaja to suppress the Joy along with that Cloud. Who both of them are quite sneaky and slithery heroes in the team fight. They could just slither and slip by the enemy heroes doing ton amount of damage. But in the mid lane, we are seeing like both of the dealers along with the mage and the room doing the job. But look at that rotation coming in from Kaja along with that Lilia might be in some trouble. That is the prime.
Oh, but also he has the first skill, so he need to scale up to the second skill for an escape. But the Kimi and the Bid, they're so close to Prime. What if they've revealed the position of the Cloud? But meanwhile, onto the Litho Wander, it's going to be a lot of contest happening. The Lilia, she actually wanted to just poke the Litho and get the Litho for herself. Onto the top side, we can see a 1v1 brawl happening, and also like the Kaja and the Chip, they're just casually poking each other, bullying among each other onto their skills. And the Xbox, he's ready with his burst to just gank onto the EXP lane.
Bully as in just how people bullies you, or you bully them in some sarcastic way. But wait a minute, we'll talk about it a while after. But this time, Saramon on that Xbox doing burning around that front liners of the team Zohunt.
That's true. And like the Kimi, he's just ready. Like even if someone just rotates, I'm just gonna give you the vision of him, and that's what he's actually doing right now. And onto the bot side, both the gold laners, they're just playing to get a lot of farm with themselves. And Joy just waiting patiently for a setup from the Terizla so that they could actually go for a counter engage as well, because the turtle will be spawning into the 2 seconds. And both of the junglers, they have their ultimates and the buffs ready with them. Meanwhile, onto the mid side, both the tanks, they're trying to get the level 4 with those minions.
Meanwhile, Dusty Mizo might be in some level 4 situation and he gets it. But look at that aggressive mass over to that game, making sure he gets the blue or make sure that Loopsy uses retribution in the process to secure a blue. And that is the joy dance coming in along with the penalty zone connecting two members. But that is the frag armor. Retribution secure from that Salamund, the turtle securing from the side of team Eliminators, but in the process, two of the members of them will be going down, and Suzumi forced to use his flicker just to save himself. The early damage from Team Zohunt is just too much, and that Joy, he was just dancing around with his ultimate here and there.
And he was almost at the edge to get the kill onto that Xbox, but he was way too close to get the kill. But he never mind, he just escapes with a slight bit of HP. But meanwhile, on the bot side, the Hurry and the Claw, the Kaja, he actually wants to reveal the position of that Prime at this point, but he's just casually just giving a lot of damage onto the minions onto the top side. They want to go for an engage, but the Earth Shatter is giving a lot of CC to them. Meanwhile, the Primal Wrath has been used up along with the penalty zone from the Susumi. They're just giving them a lot of CC inside the turret. They have no fear at all. They even got secure the kill and saved his life.
Dusty Mizo doing some amazing plays, but look at that HP. A minion hit or a wind blow could, just wipe him out of that distance. But again, Prime might be in from that situation as Lilia is just bombarding his bombs over to him right now. Kimmy making sure he gets someone in his divine judgment.
Oh my god, and Serrar Moon ready with his buffs. He wants to gank to the gold lane, but he isn't getting any chance because there's no engager with him. The Kimi and the Bid, they're rotating onto the mid side. I don't think the Kimi is looking for a pull onto that Valentina, but there's Chip and the Prime to just defend the turret as much as they want because there's like 4-man rotation coming in onto the gold lane. But there's crazy to give the vision of that Xbox onto the top lane. It isn't happening much, but the Chip uses the portal just gank onto that Edith, and then he brings his whole team along with the Primal Wrath has been used up as a defensive to just defend himself for the Suzumi, but he just dies along with the process. And Serrar Moon, he just wants to poke the Dusty Mizo at this point in the penalty zone. From the Dusty Mizo is giving them a lot of damage, and the Firak armor has been popped along with the electrifying beats from the Joy, giving them a lot of damage. With the last sanity has been used up from Valentina. He wants to take the kill onto that Kimi, but he won't be able to take the kill. The Pit seems to be in some dire position. The Valentina with the skills just poking the Pit out of that position.
That was just a messed up team fight. And the perfect engage coming in from Team Zohunt along with that Chip. No, the tides are being disoriented for Team Eliminators this time because they had the only perfect start in the previous game, but this time it seems like in some trouble. Shaman Force being used along with that Vengeance, but there is the 3-man. It's the Kaja securing a kill. That is really going down with the damage coming in from Crisis. Sufficient enough to take down that win. Meanwhile, being some situation, but that Joy making the plays and securing a double kill. Might go for triple, but no, a little bit disengaging as of now. Meanwhile, Kaja is still there, trying to make sure he gets someone. He do have the divine judgment with him right now.
Oh my god, the position and the rotation coming in from the Crazy is just insane. The Suzumi is getting caught up back again. He still doesn't have the Primal Wrath with him to escape. And we can see Serrar Moon just casually poking him with the fire missiles coming in from him. And if we see onto the top side, I do think like from the side of Team Eliminators, they just felt the revenge play coming in from them. And the Team Zohunt along with electrifying beats coming in from LOOPZY just caused them the 3 people to die.
Lucy is just doing his best, making sure he gets the squishy targets out in the team fight first. Because, technically speaking, like there is only the Edith along with that Xpog who would be like a bit tanky and would be the front liner for Team Eliminators. But again, that is not the case because both of the front liners for Team Eliminators are not there in the team fight. And this time for LOOPZY, he has the perfect opportunity to grab and punish the 3 members, that is the Crisis, the Kimi along with that Bid.
And also, both the teams, they're playing so disciplined. If you see, none of them have lost any turret at all. They're just playing very defensively and very disciplined gameplay from both of the teams. Meanwhile, onto the bot side, they're looking onto the engage, onto Suzumi again. There's Xbox giving a lot of vision for his team, but they're just hidden inside the bush. The Crazy would most probably just use the portal to bring his whole team onto that turtle. Meanwhile, we can see Dusty Mizo. He's just poking that Suzumi at this point, but the portal has been used up from Chip as we thought, and the turtle contest was back into the process, and Serrar Moon secures the turtle for himself, raising into it, just giving a lot of damage along the penalty zone coming in from the Dusty Mizo. The last sanity has been used up from the Valentina, is giving a lot of damage, and we secure the kill onto that Suzumi, and Serrar Moon Bid. He barely escapes with the black shoes from himself.
This time it was quite a quick fix, It was a 3v5 situation right away with the help of Chip. I mean, there were only two members of Team Zohunt within the ultimate from that Chip, the portal, coming in online at the total pit, making sure his whole team is up there and, making sure the team fight is under their favor. The bottom tower, tier 1 will be going down as Prime, along with that Valentina will be making sure to take it away. Meanwhile, Crisis is getting this time too much of this, whatever we say, the position from that Kimi.
And also onto the mid side, electrifying beats used as a damage, but never mind, there was Xbox to just zone him out of the position. And Chip, he wants to go for an engage. He's just looking for a push to make for himself so that he could just land a good portal for his team to land onto themselves and just give a lot of damage with the team fight. And also we can see Suzumi, everyone is just moving on to the mid side because they don't want to lose that mid at this point. And Bit just casually just revealing the position of the win and the prime.
Dusty Mizo this time looking for an engage. Perfect penalty zone connecting down 2 or 3 members this time, but again he is waiting for the opportunity. Meanwhile, look at that Claude. He's just in the bottom side because he knows like they have the chip, so he could be in the team fight. But again, this time Dusty Mizo in some dire situation. Damn judgment being used, and it will be the Xbox taking down the kill. The portal being used, but double kill coming in from that Xbox. I don't think so. They should be considering that, but look at that. Running away between the 5 members of Team Eliminators, making sure he gets that Xbox. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, I managed to take down second tier of bottom lane. Meanwhile, in the mid section, we might be in some trouble, but there is the wait a minute, who ultimate? Oh, that is the Primal Wrath from that Edith.
And he's actually being clever at this point. The win, he knows whose ultimate he needs to steal because the Primal Wrath is the only damage item. But meanwhile, on the bot side, they're trying to melt the Lord within seconds. And I do think so. It's going to be totally no contest. And the LOOPZY decides to just take the Lord for him along with his team. And if you look on the position of that chip, he's ready with the portals for that Harit or even Lilia to just arrive over there and give a lot of setup. Meanwhile, onto the mid side, Dusty Mizo, he's just getting poked by that damage coming in from the Harit as well as that Lilia.
Look at the position coming in from Chip. He is just waiting in the top grass push, making sure he gets one member, whoever comes it to the top lane. It'll be either Edith or that Harith along with that Kaja.
That is true, and the Claude and the Chip, they're just waiting for someone to come over there onto the mid side. They want to force and take the mid, but the onward foot given to that Dusty Mizo is looking for a setup. They're giving a lot of damage, and the Primal Wrath will most probably just forced up. And yes, it is. He doesn't have the Primal Wrath for the next 40 seconds, and Chip is patiently waiting for there. He just wants to land that portal for his team. Meanwhile, onto the top side, the Claude has taken the tier 2, but the portal is perfectly connected with the last sanity and the blazing to it coming in from the Claude. It's going for the double kill, and Chip falls into the hands of the Claude. Win, secures the kill as well as the monster kill coming onto the LOOPZY and the Harit. 4 people are down only in one team fight. I don't know how will be Sarah Moon able to defend this Lord. And the Divine Judgment just connects perfectly onto that Xbox, just taking the immortality for himself with the Piranga armor around the last sanity. Is there to just, but nope. Dusty Mizo just secures the kill onto that Xbox and it's going to be the wipeout.
Damn, man, oh man, that kill and the team fight coming in from Team Zohunt was just too perfect, and within that team fight with that level 1 Lord, they'll be managing to take that victory, balancing down the score 1-1.
Oh my god, the payback is just casually given back to the team eliminators. Team Zohunt, they're just showing via then quarterfinals and the joy. It was a really